Squirrel Girl is going to be one of your favorite picks in Marvel Rivals. So besides being thick as hell and an absolute mommy, Squirrel Girl is really, really good and a very fun DPS or duelist to play. So pick her up today and try her out. Let me show you guys why she is so freaking good. Squirrel Girl's primary fire, Burst Acorn, is absolutely ridiculous because you don't even have to aim at the enemy. If you just aim near the enemy, usually it's going to hit them and it's going to do a ton of damage. She is like one of the top DPS damage dealers in any game I played just because enemies tend to bunch up and you can hit multiple enemies at once. Her primary fire is absolutely broken. Make sure you are just kind of spamming this honestly without worrying too much about aim all the time. Squirrel Girl's alternate fire is called Squirrel Blockade and it imprisons an enemy if you land it. So I'm going to throw one right here and you can see the squirrels block the enemy in. That is really good if you're trying to get extra attacks in or allow your team to move in on enemies. It's actually so much fun to use and it just looks really, really cool, right? So Squirrel Blockade, there you go, absolutely ridiculous. Squirrel Girl's movement ability is going to allow her to bounce off her tail. That tail is not just for show, it does other things too, and it allows you to move from one height to another and potentially be able to look down and spam your nuts. Yes, I said your nuts at enemies. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. And if you've already used up your jump, if you use Squirrel Girl's ability called Mammal Bond, you can immediately refresh that jump and use it again. Same thing with the Squirrel Prison that you throw at enemies if you want to have that up immediately as well. And last but not least for her skills, we have the unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami that goes out in a wave in front of you. You do have to be careful with how you use this because the way they bounce off structures, you want to be able to maximize your damage, right? So try to line up in front of the enemies and then pop your ultimate so that you can make the most of it to where it hits multiple enemies and then it comes back, right? So plan accordingly. If you don't plan that accordingly, it's not going to do a ton of damage and stuff like that right there happens. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And on another note, her team-up ability with Spider-Man is absolutely broken. When you get a chance to try it in game, I highly recommend it. Spider-Man gives Squirrel Girl a web bomb she can launch to unleash an explosion upon contact with the environment or enemy, briefly immobilizes and damages enemies caught in the blast. This is really good on especially Squirrel Girl because as you guys saw with her primary fire doesn't have to be exact. So if you throw out a spider web bomb that stops them in their tracks and you just start spamming these, right? They're pretty much dead. It's actually freaking broken to run Squirrel Girl with Spider-Man. And that is it for Squirrel Girl's character guide. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments and what character you would like to see next. If you did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.